Yum.
Hey everybody, welcome back or welcome in. If you're new here, I'm Snow, and here we look at dumpster fires on the internet. Lately we've been looking at Rosie Jean, QuirkyloveRosee. She did tummy time for 4.5 hours. She did not move from this position, and it's epic. It's epic. So I'm not going to waste any more time. Let's just get into it because this isn't going to be long. Before we get started, feel free to like, subscribe, hype, member up if you feel like it. I really appreciate it. Everything supports the channel. And for every like, I will get up and actually throw my garbage into the garbage can. And for every sub, I will eat an apple directly into your earballs.
Or like my specific Fresh Express salad kits. But yeah, we just like picked up pub subs. We each got a whole one. We each had half of it for lunch. I got this, and then I also, when I had it, they had these. They called them like dirty sour cream and onion chips. I thought that was interesting. It's like a specific brand. I don't remember now. I don't have them with me. But to pair it with dinner, I have Doritos.
This evening's pairing is a sloppy pub sub covered in mayo. And we have a delightful and playful 2026 Cool Ranch Dorito. It's a lovely pairing. They really bring out the best in each other.
Oh, I forgot to call I was distracted today. I was busy doing other things this morning. So this morning and afternoon, I kind of forgot. Well, there goes my appetite.
Please don't make me think about it, and please don't make me think about it twice. It's more than I can handle, and it's more than I deserve, and it's more than I signed up for when I clicked play today. Thank you.
Like, especially like later in the live yesterday, like I realized I was like, oh, he's like getting really tired. I'm just gonna leave him the hell alone. Like, he needs some space. Because he tells me all the time like how much he loves to help me, and like it's like it is quite literally one of the major ways he likes to express his love for me, right? So a lot of people give me hell for it, even though he likes that I'm direct and tell him like what I want help with and give like clear, concise direction, you know?
So I don't feel sorry for this man. He signed up for what he signed up for, and he's in it. And he just has to decide for himself if this is what he wants for his life and if it's fulfilling for him. And if it is, good for him. If this is their dynamic and it makes them both happy and fulfilled, that's great. I will also just reiterate as a larger conversation that relationships are not two people giving 50%. It's two people giving 100% and whatever they have every day. And hopefully it balances out, and sometimes people give 90 and the other person can only give 10. And then sometimes the person who's only giving 10 can give 100 while the other person can just, crash out. It's all about like balance and taking care of each other. But this relationship and this dynamic really, really is pulling like one person giving 100% and the other person giving negative 100.
I'm not gonna let it stop me from enjoying produce and like eating look, I am in a state right now where I'm truly eating whatever the hell I feel like eating.
A new tactic, a brand new angle towards eating from Miss Rosalind Reed. She's eating whatever she wants to eat. I don't know. It's crazy, but it just might work.
Are you wrong about what, toe beans? Oh, what you said earlier?
Mind you, this woman is in her 30s. Just a quick reminder that this woman is in her 30s.
The fact of just like what the reality of where I'm at is right now. What the hell's a hot weenie? I need some context.
She's really grossing me out. She's grossing me out so much. I don't even know what this sound was. I don't know where the exchange of air pressure took place in and out and what hole it was. And I'm afraid to find out.
A better understanding of like what the reality is of like where I'm at right now in my life and stuff. And I've told him repeatedly that there are things that he's going to want to do and that he needs to let himself do and enjoy, even if I can't Even if I have to sit it out, I still want him to do it and go do it and enjoy it. And that is extremely important to me, that I do not hold him back.
She's paying lip service to him having total freedom to do whatever he needs to do and to not wait for her, if she's going to hold him back. And I guarantee he's going to be allowed, if he wants to jump out of a plane, he can jump out of a plane, but he'll be punished for it. He'll serve his time. He can do it, but he will serve his time.
That's very important to me, because not only all my bullshit issues, but like the age, like he's a lot younger. Like he's very energetic in that way. Like he also has issues like with his things, like he talked about his anxiety yesterday, and how some of those symptoms can involve exhaustion and stuff, which I also deal with.
And there, she just can't not center herself in any conversation about anything that has to do with any suffering. She has to slide herself right back in there. It's truly amazing that she cannot talk about someone else's suffering without immediately talking about herself. It's wild.
I wanted to get all that prep work done so I could help mitigate my symptoms, when I do that kind of prep work now, as I cook throughout the week, I'm gonna have to do way less steps, which like every little thing I do adds up over time with like my hands and arms are pretty rough right now, and everything hurts and it's kind of on fire and it sucks ass. But it's just my reality.
I mean, you have hand pain, but then you still chose to like hand squeeze. Like, these are choices you've made. I think my wrists would hurt too if I decided for absolutely no reason, a completely unnecessary task that would stress something that gives me pain. But hey, it's just your reality. It's just your reality. It was a choice. The
thing too, one of the reasons I'm not going to go into detail, but last night was really bad, and Lee was such a saving grace for me. I fell out really hard, and I went outside and sat down with him, and I called my brother to double check, and like I couldn't use the pool last night, and the only thing I wanted to do was get the pool and soak to help my nerves. And I showered and I got in bed, and it was just really bad. And I kept like telling him like that I was sorry, because I was just in a lot of pain, and I couldn't stop crying. And he hugged me and he just looked at me and he was like, "Rosie, you're not a burden." And I fucking just fell out at that point, because in that moment I hadn't even thought of that. Like that wasn't the word in my head, but I realized that he was right. That's exactly how I felt. Oh, he's such a godsend, man. In certain lives, I'm like, go gadget. And then another day is like yesterday, it took me 3.5 hours to accomplish everything that I did. And it was like, I was pretending I wasn't in as much pain as I was, because every time I talk about my pain, it gets turned into a joke. And I'm tired. Where are you able to get up? Yeah, so you have surges of energy where you're able to get up and go do everything you've been putting off. Doesn't make it less real. Yeah, exactly, Alexis.
I just want to take a moment to reiterate that Amazon.com, where she has a wish list where strangers buy her things, and where she buys things herself, is filled with compression gloves, compression socks, massagers, pills that are over the counter to help with nerve pain, lotions and potions, books that help you manage things. None of them appear on her list. None of those things appear on her list. What's on her list? Shit to make her water taste like candy. So hopefully the next time she fucking cries about how bad her pain is and pouts about us making jokes about it, just remember she could do something about it, and she doesn't. So if you want my sympathy, you can come get it.
Do you have any restrictions for things to send to your PO box? I want to try making you a package eventually, and I wasn't sure if snacks and stuff are okay. If you want to include snacks, that's fine. Maybe just like not homemade things to be safe.
How about no thank you to snacks? How about you just say no thank you to snacks in general? How about you say no thank you? No thank you to the thing you have trouble with. Does that compute to you, or you just like forget it? Do you not give a shit? Why are you taking candy from strangers?
From Friday. Speaking of, let's do the last 5 now.
So I'm really sorry about that. I cut most of the sloppy apple eating out, but like there is no way on earth I would eat an apple near anyone. Like I chew ice and my husband doesn't mind, but I chew ice and I would never do that around anyone. I would never do that around anyone. I would never eat a fucking apple into a microphone that people cannot escape, that people cannot opt out of until it's too late, until it's already happening. And then she fills her mouth with a fucking apple and then starts talking. It's diabolical. She's so gross. She has no concept. That is so gross. Even if people don't have misophonia, that's just rude. People say I'm rude. You're rude. What you're doing right now is literally rude.
Okay. Here we go. It's the Publix Deli Turkey Cranberry Holiday Sub. Will it show? No? Okay. Well, fuck me. It was, and I was so excited because it was $2 off. So I was very thrilled about that. So it's oven gold turkey, Gruyere cheese. I get provolone instead, personally. Bacon, mayonnaise, and cranberry orange relish. I really wish I had added spinach and said light, like go light on the mayo, because this motherfucker was drowning in fucking mayo, and I got it toasted. Delicious. We love a good sale. That's what I'm saying, fam. I do have a trash can, just to be clear. Ooh, Amanda, thank you so much for the jewels. Ooh. Let's see. Okay. Ooh, chicken Alfredo is yum. You're welcome, John. Ooh. Yeah, this sandwich is a little...
Not to be picky, petty, and shady, but just like just rustling, okay. First of all, chomping her apples right into the microphone, and now just rustling papers. Like she, there's no way she watches these things back because it would drive me fucking nuts.
Like, that's crazy to me. Let me just...
Oh, God, you know that thing at the end of that one Breakfast Live, where she just had to hold on to her neck and just keep herself from blorfing. That's just me this entire 4.5 hours. She's grossing me out, dudes. I'm hanging on for dear life here.
Yeah, what I'd like to tell them is I want one line of mayo, like at Subway, any sub place. I just want one line.
QuirkyloveRosee when the mayo comes out.
Night when it's cooler, but yeah, I think beaches close at night in Florida. I'd have to fact check. I'm not diagnosed with fibro, Amanda. That's what I was trying to get. I was trying to get that diagnosis when I lost my insurance in 2024. And, excuse me, I'd gotten kind of far in the process. But to get that diagnosis, you have to eliminate other issues first. That's what fibro is a perfect example of a invisible disability, like PTSD and many others. Because you can't see it with the naked eye, you know?
Type 2 diabetes is also invisible to the naked eye, and she is actually diagnosed with that. And diabetic neuropathy, which is nerve pain, which can be really severe, especially when you don't do anything about your diabetes, especially when you eat whatever you want, as she says she's doing. I'm really curious. And if you bring up diabetes in her chat, you will get fucking blocked. And I am curious. I don't go to her channel ever. Please do not ever go to her channel and tell her anything about what we talk about over here. But like, I am genuinely curious what the difference is. I want to hear from her what the difference is between fibromyalgia, which she is very comfortable discussing that she is not diagnosed with, and diabetes, which she is diagnosed with. But if you talk about it, she'll crash out on you. So one of those things she's very ashamed of, and the other she's very proud to talk about endlessly. So I'm very curious about her perception of those two diseases. it's interesting to me.
Hey, I watched some of your older vlogs. What made you change your perspective on eating on camera? Healthy boundaries? Yeah, basically. It's just like I needed time and distance with what was in my past, and I needed to just cut that line full stop. But eventually, it started feeling performative, to be honest with you. It started feeling like I was doing it for the perception of others instead of myself. At first, it was for me. Eventually, it just became a burden, a nuisance. Like, I had to censor myself. Like, I can't do super long streams unless I were to, like, plan the times exactly right and just juggle everything. And I'm cooking. So, like, if I'm going to cook on live, I'd have to either end the stream to eat it. You know, it like I said, it began to feel performative. And once I realized that, and once I realized that that time of me not doing it did help, did lead to some kind of, like, aspect of healing for me, it was no longer serving that purpose for me anymore. Because what I'm doing here is normal. I'm just eating food. I'm not performing acts of fearism. I'm not doing anything nefarious or wrong or bad by eating dinner and hanging out and talking to you guys. I'm not making it all about the food. I'm not sitting here doing crazy reactions. I'm just eating and consuming food while I'm here, you know? And I know a lot of people outside of this chat, outside of my viewership, like to conflate that and distort that and turn that into something that's not. But at the end of the day, that's how it feels for me.
So when she started this channel and when we were all first introduced to her, she was working really hard. She would get out. She would do vlogs. She would go to the mall. She would walk in the park. She would sit in her car. She would do story times. And now she just eats. Now her entire, and like she wouldn't eat then. That was like her boundary, right? And so she changed it because she has not changed her relationship to food in any way. She has left food-eaterism, and she has not changed her relationship in any way with it. And now she has tied her entire income to eating and cooking and food and talking about food. And she doesn't see it. She doesn't see it. She's like, I'm just doing a normal thing that normal people do. But if there's nothing else in your life that you can turn into content other than eating, and you have an eating problem, and you don't connect those things in your mind, like, please just stop trying to talk your way out of it. Please stop throwing, like, diseases and diagnoses that you don't even have in front of you so that you can just keep indulging in your schmaddiction. Does that work for you?
This trip or not, a couples tag would be really fun. We just have a lot of different ideas. I'm waiting for the clothes to get here. I want to do the try on haul video idea because it would be so fun. I want to try on the clothes for him. I want his opinion. I want to share my opinion. I'm so excited. That video is gonna be so fun for me. I can't wait. Like, I'm just giddy with excitement about that video idea.
I hate corporations and I hate overconsumption, and I don't go to Starbucks because of their politics.
Hello.
How's it going?
Good.
Good. Did you eat dinner?
Yes. Do you need anything?
You're so sweet. Actually, I made sure I got set up. I think I'm good. Oh, thank you. Actually, I need this. Here. Oh. That's all I need. Love you.
Okay. Love you too.
Hey.
Bye, guys.
All right, sorry, guys. What was I talking about? We were talking about sandwiches.
That was violent.
Hold on. I don't want to accidentally flash y'all. Give me a second. Because I'm obviously wearing a dress, but just this angle, I don't want to deal with that.
Yeah, we don't either. Oh, she's so demure. So demure. Look at this. Heaven forfend, do you see my ankles?
Yeah. Oh, excuse me. I used to be a really picky eater. Now I have a food from other countries' bucket list, and I'm crossing lots off. Ooh, fun, yeah. I do love trying new things, like, majority of the time. Like, I've tried, like, I think it was, like, beef intestines at Korean barbecue. Not for me. Kind of like a meat gusher. Not for me. If you like it, like, happy for you. Live your truth. I know. I think it's, like, something cultural for people. You know something I've done in recent history is I've started to, well, not started. I have stopped censoring myself with, like, my facial expressions.
And we thank you for it every day.
Yo, Havy, nah, that's a member, dude. And they didn't even say anything bad.
You swat that mod with a newspaper right on the nose. They're giving you money.
Please be very careful about blocking members, guys. Like, if they're an obvious troll, like an obvious troll, honestly, leave it up to me, actually. Let's go there. Yeah, please. Oh, I was like, sorry, I kind of reacted strongly. I was in the middle of talking about something else. Oh, so my faces. Yeah, so, because people do that. And honestly, a lot of the times, I think it's funny because I like my face.
Brian out here saying what we're all thinking. Why are you eating in bed laying down like that? That will give you acid reflux. And Brooke, I think, saying what we're all thinking because she can't stop talking about it, trying to offer solutions. Can you make a GoFundMe so we can help you get a diagnosis?
The costs would kind of become so much without insurance, and like, and the burden that would come with that of proving every little purchase and the micromanaging and the pocket watching that would come with that, the hate that would come with that for me would make me sicker, to be honest.
She's exactly as sick as she wants to be right now, and she's exactly the kind of sick that she needs to be, which is unproven, undiagnosed, but very symptomatic. And if she tried to do anything, the haters are just going to ruin it. We're all just going to ruin it for her by talking about it. Like, us talking about it would ruin it. Like, it would somehow, us talking about it would make that money go away and make those opportunities leave and make this amazing opportunity of people trying to give you money to help you for the things that you say you don't have money for. Us talking about it would somehow like ruin it for you emotionally. So let's just stay exactly as we are. Send more Built Bars.
And I did make a GoFundMe for myself back in 2021. I hated it. I made one and I set the goal to try to get enough money to get a car. And I wrote out a whole thing. I made a little intro video and I put in the GoFundMe, like, if I end up not making enough in the GoFundMe to actually get the car, then the cost will be used to basically, because I had no income. I was in the process of trying to get on disability in Nebraska.
So she's been trying to get on disability for a long time. In 2021, she was trying to get on disability in Nebraska. It's interesting that she would work really hard to get on disability and not work as hard to manage and recover from her PTSD. You know what I mean? What are we doing? I don't know. What are we doing? And the only reason I bring this thing up is because she really is so extraordinarily comfortable with people doing things for her and giving her things. And that's manipulative, and it's greedy, and it's malingering, and those are it. And she's very comfortable taking money from people who probably don't have it to give because they're good-hearted, and that I have an issue with.
My ex and I had just broken up. I was trying to figure out where I was going to go. At the time, I didn't even know I was coming here. It took months for basically my parents to agree for me to move here, and I'm not going into all that because, again, we're in a totally different place now. But there was a lot of unknowns with that, and it was a very scary time in my life, and I really needed that GoFundMe. Like, I needed that GoFundMe. That's why I did it. And I don't feel like I'm in a state of life right now with all the privilege that I have in life, financially and otherwise, and being all of this. I don't feel like I need to do that, It would help me. It would expedite things. I have a plan, though. And I'm okay with the fact that it's going to take a little bit of time. But I don't want, that's a kind of a long-winded answer of saying, like, I don't want to do that. But I wanted to kind of give a full explanation. It's very difficult because I feel like the majority of the world is experiencing, like, economic hardship. And yeah, I just don't think that's how I want to go about it. If I remember correctly, I was like the distinction of it being a metabolic syndrome is kind of a big deal. I'm not an expert. I'm not very well educated on it. So if you are affected by PCOS and have been for a long time, I would definitely look into the difference between the name for PCOS and PMOS. I don't mean to be a bummer. I'm just pissed that people are saying you should have gotten healthcare instead of stuff on Amazon. It's ableist and classist. It is ableist and classist. It is ableist and fucking classist to say that I should have gotten healthcare instead of buying shit on Amazon on sale that I use. It's ableist and classist, and you're a piece of fucking shit if you say that. Period. I have no other words for that. I agree with you. Thank you for saying that. It makes me angry too. Not even just for me, but there's a bunch of you that watch me. People in wheelchairs, people who deal with severe pain, who deal with a lot of shit, who deal with not having access to resources either, who see that shit too. And you can pretend that doesn't impact them or affect them, or the one or two yes men who are like, it impacts me and I don't care. Shut the fuck up. Like, that shit's disgusting to say that around other people. Like, actually go fuck yourself for that. If you say that or think that, or you put that as your YouTube title, and you do that to your subscribers where you have hundreds of thousands of subscribers, like, go fuck yourself. Good God. You are a piece of shit if you perpetuate that narrative. Period. Not Rosie's Dr. Pepper saying, I'm here to quench your thirst. That's funny. Good to see you, dude.
And you know what? There are people in this world who are disabled, who have disabling conditions, who need help and would love to accept the help that you are offered and that you deny yourself and that you say no thank you for. No thank you money. No thank you money. No thank you money that I keep complaining that I don't have. No thank you things that I could get on Amazon that could help me with my nerve pain so I could shut the fuck up about it. No. I don't want that stuff. I want, I'm disabled. Why don't you give me pieces of fucking plastic? Give me plastic and candles. Give me crystals. Give me little oils that I can rub on myself. Give me snacks. Fuck you for that. Fuck you for that. Fuck you for identifying yourself as disabled and then accepting fucking garbage from people and treats and snacks and cute little things and nails. Okay? Because there are disabled people who would love to have your opportunity, who would love to have people say, I would donate to a GoFundMe so that you could get some help. And they don't have that opportunity. And you're pissing on it. You're pissing on it and blaming us, blaming reaction channels for ruining it ahead of time. So no, don't help me. Give me nails. And people say, oh, hey, like, we want to give you things. Show us your Amazon wish list. Show us your wish list. I'm going to DM you privately because I want to give you things. You have people in the world saying, I want to give you things. You know what? The answer could be no. You're like, people ask for it. The answer could be no. The answer could be no thank you. The answer could be no thank you snacks. The answer could be no thank you garbage. No thank you crystals and fuck. I don't care if it's your spirituality. I don't care if it's your spirituality. If you would rather rub oil on yourself than get a TENS unit or compression gloves or anything that helps you with your nerve pain, then fuck you, it doesn't matter that much. It's not important to you. I'm not saying that any of this will get you the treatment that you need, but for you to just say fuck it all, let me just give me more fucking sour Built Bars, go fuck yourself.
Cracks me up every single time. Me too. OMG, I do not want to get on your bad side. You really don't. That was me toning it back. I really do work hard. Yeah, Sasha, exactly. Like the policing with the EBT, like what you can and can't buy. And the fact that that's being done by the conservative side, who are supposedly supposed to be small government minded and like not wanting the government to like tell people what to do, like to deal with illnesses in a world where people just don't give a fuck. To yes men who are like, it impacts me and I don't care. Shut the fuck up. To try to understand or be compassionate or care. Shut the fuck up. And the way that these girl world fuck faces weaponize my health and pain is disgusting, and you're hurting other people that aren't me. Thank you, gamer. I'm actually, specifically when I was referring to the title, I saw that because someone sent me something.
No one is sending you anything. Just stop it. Just stop it. You don't have friends saying, hey, look at this title of this thing. You already say you don't want people sending you stuff like that or talking to you about that stuff. So what friend do you have that's like, hey, I know that you don't like reaction channels. Let me show you screenshots of things. No one's doing that. It's okay. Just you engage in this content. You go to the Reddits. You look at titles. You don't look at the fucking titles. You look at the titles as you're clicking on it to watch it.
Be why I'm in pain because I'm fat. Yeah, lurking. Like, the bottom line is I have never sat here and said that me losing weight like, or me, yeah, that me losing weight would not help. Like, obviously it would help. And as I've also extensively spoken on, my weight issue is mental at this point, not physical. And I'm still working on it. Okay.
No, you're not. You're not working on it. You're not working on either. You're eating whatever the fuck you want, but quote unquote controlling portions. You're eating whatever the fuck you want, whenever the fuck you want, in whatever size you want. Right? And you have a mental issue? Absolutely you do. All of it works together. There is so much you can do. There is so much you can do without going to a doctor, without going to a dietitian. There is so much you can do for yourself. And you have the golden opportunity to not have to get up and go to a fucking job every day. You have the golden opportunity of not having to take care of children or take care of an ailing parent. You have the golden fucking opportunity to take care of one person and one person only, and that's you. And people are asking, like, in what way are you doing that? And she crashes the fuck out, which means, to me, nothing.
What I find hypocritical is that most of the people who make content about you are overweight themselves. Make it make sense.
So tell me exactly how that matters, honestly. When I talk about your behavior, when I talk about the way that you act, when I talk about the things that you complain about but refuse to fix, tell me how my body has anything to do with that. I don't make my body the center of my content. I don't eat on camera. I don't cry and complain about the pain that I put myself in and then refuse to change. If you would like me to talk about my body, I'm happy to do so. I don't appreciate comments on my body, and I don't make comments on your body, other than the fact that you have behaviors that fuck up your life, and then you cry and complain about it and say it's everyone else's fault. Okay? So if you want to know more about my body, let me know. Let me know in the comments. Especially you, QuirkyloveRosee. If you're watching this, if you want to know more about my body and what I'm going through and what issues in my journey, I'm happy to talk about it. But that's not what my content is about, and I don't put it out there for people to talk about. Have I made it make sense? If you want to hear more, I'm happy to talk about it.
That was my point yesterday. Because obviously I don't give a fuck if someone's a 4X, a 2X, a 6X. I don't care. I'm a 6X, 6 to 5X. I'm big. In case you don't have eyes today. I don't know what to tell you. I'm big. I'm fat. That is a part of my physical attributes. And what I can't fucking stand are these bitches out here acting like they're better than me because they're being a good fat. The good fat archetype. Because they're performing wanting to lose weight and wanting to be healthier and then not doing it and getting the ass pats for it while calling me out for struggling with my weight.
You're not struggling with your weight. You're letting your weight win.
Or God forbid the ex-fats who, now that they've gotten on the other side, they want to look back, and because they look back on their old version of self with hate, disdain, misery, and all that shit, they can't handle someone of my size being happy and confident as I am, and wanting to turn those conversations always into health when I'm not talking about health. I'm talking about identity, state of mind, trying to get through the fucking days, you know?
So no current fats and no ex-fats can comment on her body. The only people, like Zio, the only people who she will actually take criticism from are never fats. So just keep that in mind. Only never fats are allowed to criticize her body.
For real, I hope she gets better for all of the poor. Yeah. Like, the reason I'm not destitute is because I have support. That's the facts. That's the facts of it. So, and not everyone has that. And I'm grateful to have that privilege. I really am.
Hear those little clickies in the background? That's just her refreshing her Amazon wish list, seeing if anybody bought her any candy water or $30 shampoo or little pieces of plastic to stick on her fingers.
Not glucose, Father Remy. Oh. Okay. Sorry, looking, I wanted to read your chat, but that took me the fuck out. Okay.
T-Swizzle asked multiple times a very valid question, which is, what are you currently doing to work on your mental issue regarding your weight? Just asking.
So, Liz, can you please stop asking the same question? I don't want to go into it right now because I don't want to. I'm not actively talking about the depths of my current health issues in real time right now, and that is a boundary that's newer for me. To help with the way that I'm treated online, and to help prevent me from like crashing the fuck out over shit. So things are happening behind the scenes in my life, and I'm letting people talk their shit about that, about like other aspects of healthcare, and I'm staying silent on it. I see those comments. I'm aware. I'm not talking about it because I don't want people calling places. I don't want people interfering with my healthcare. I don't want people fucking with me as a fucking disabled person. I don't want people fucking with me. So you guys might not have found out about it for months later, if ever. Right now, I don't have insurance. Right now, I'm not doing specific things. Right now, things have wait lists. Things take time. So leave me the fuck alone about it. Thank you.
Translation, nothing. She's not doing anything. Nelly Nuggets, calm down, queen. It's okay. Yeah, I have a feeling when she said, I woke up to some very disappointing news, I have a feeling that whatever she was like, I got plans, because she stopped talking about like, I got plans for something big, and like something big is happening in my life with like my weight loss. And she has not been speaking about that recently. I feel like it was probably one of those Dr. Proctor things, and it's probably at this point maybe fallen through. And the response was, thanks, Rosie. Believe it or not, I am trying to be respectful, which I thought it was a respectful question, giving her an opportunity to actually like express herself and go into detail about, you know, what she's doing to take care of herself for all of these things, that all of her complaints and her issues, like what steps she's taking, giving her an opportunity to elucidate on that. And she could have just said nothing. She could have just said, pass. She could have just said, I'm not talking about that right now. But instead she crashed out.
Bitch. Yeah, I get called rude a lot when I'm just being direct and communicating my direct needs and requests. And I'm just being direct. I'm not even being rude. I'm just being direct. I'll watch myself back and I was like, I know that wasn't rude.
Clock that, T girl. Me too. I'm just being direct. I'm not being rude. There's nothing rude about anything I've ever said. I'm just being direct with you.
Like, you just don't believe I'm autistic and I'm being direct and I'm not putting on an affect. I'm not like taking the extra steps to like mask and perform that. Like, I'm just being direct. I don't know.
So yeah, she claims to have autism, and listen, whatever. I'm not going to argue with her at this point. I have no idea what markers she claims to have that means that she, you know, has it, but it's none of my business. It's just that she has a diagnosis for anything that she could possibly be held accountable for. There's a diagnosis for it. Whether she can see it or prove it, there's one there, right? So it's just, you know, if she misspells something, it's because she's dyslexic suddenly. If she is rude, it's because she has autism. If she's lazy, it's because she has some sort of physical disability that is or does not exist, right? If she's fat, it's because she eats too much. It's because of her trauma, because of something that someone did to her in the past. Like everything has a diagnosis. She can never, and like she just, it's, and if she's actively cruel, it's because she was in psychosis. There's just nothing she could just never take accountability for it. It's fascinating to me, but it's also enormously frustrating to watch somebody treat the people around them this way.
That's crazy, Cracula.
Do you read? I can read. Pretty well, actually.
Sassily in the house tonight, guys. That is so fucking... that's some shit I would say. I'm rubbing off on it. That was you channeled me on that response. That's some shit I would say, babe. Painting toenails is members only. No free feet.
Oh, God.
That gave me me right in the giggle dick. Anyway. Now, I didn't find out till I was 29. Yeah, definitely.
I'm experiencing massive burnout.
Sorry, I'm so sorry. Philosophically. Sorry, yeah, he really is experiencing burnout.
Yeah.
You got like hardcore senioritis vibes happening. So
I just want to graduate and be done.
Yeah.
Are we going to let the man speak? Are we going to let the man speak for himself? Are we going to listen? She's like, oh, I'm. It's just so much to like vibe with chat, but then also listen to my partner who's right next to me talking about his whatever. I'm fucking over it.
My major is Bachelor of Arts. It's an arts degree.
First, philosophy by Rene.
Descartes. That's how you pronounce that.
I've read it. Space. Rene. Descartes. That's how you say that.
That's how you pronounce it. Yeah.
Descartes. Oh, so the S is silent. Interesting.
Yeah.
Yeah, Descartes is a philosopher, not just something you fill with snacks and treats. Am I right? Sorry.
What's my plan career-wise after school? I'm still figuring that out, honestly.
It's a pretty big deal, like a big decision, to make, and
I mean, there are a few different paths that I can go down. I can try and do music. I can try and start my own business. I could try and do something computer related, like IT. I also know how to build computers, so maybe I could do something with that. It's just I have a lot of marketable skills that I can use. So
I think in our conversations, what I feel like is the biggest thing is right now the main focus is getting the degree in your hand, and then like taking a little time, like a month or so, to kind of just catch your breath and then sit down and be like, okay, what are we doing now?
Yeah.
And I think that's really valid.
Yeah.
Because I think you're just gonna need a little time to get some clarity. And also we know what timeline looks like and what's going on and what the plans are, but we have to also let those things happen and come to fruition and make those adjustments and then kind of figure out the plan from there.
Right.
Not Remy Grump.
Remy
Gump. Not Remy Grump. The Gump. Oh my god. Oh my god.
Yeah, I used to run 5Ks all the time. My best minute and a half was what?
Nothing. I'm sorry. I'm just giggling. Ignore me.
Oh.
Continue talking.
Okay. My best mile and a half was under 10 minutes, I believe. Just pretty fast.
I'd for real come home with 2 black dots. Yeah, when Lee was in the military, he was very fit.
I was in my best shape.
I mean, he's naturally like really toned in his arms.
Yeah.
Like, I'm not going to comment on people's bodies, but dude's a noodle. I mean, you brought it up. He's a noodle. He's one of those things you put out in front of a car wash.
Yeah.
Yeah, exactly. Ooh, shiny head or matte head? Very important.
Context?
Bald. Bald head.
Shiny.
You would want to.
Yeah.
I could use your head as a little mirror.
I want to see my reflection through the mirror. Like, it's gonna be shiny. I want to blind people with my bald head. Piss me off.
Hold on, let me just get my head. Position it right with the sun. Boom, boom, fire, dead.
Solar flare.
Solar flare. Yes, the laptop is 32 gigs of RAM. It means to skip. I don't know what you mean. What's your go-to Starbucks order? I don't really go there anymore.
I get caramel frap.
I want to thank Remy for cutting her off before we got a monologue about how she feels about Starbucks politics, while spending enormous amounts of money at Amazon.
Are you comfortable talking about it?
I know what you're getting.
Yeah, can I talk about it?
Yeah.
The first argument we got into was a couple months in, and it was because he kept expressing concern, specifically not just about my health, but about weight loss. And I wasn't ready to talk about it yet.
Oh, that's not what I was thinking.
Oh, that was our first one. I don't know what we'll talk about the other one later, but that was our first one.
Okay.
And oh, are you thinking about a cutesy one?
I was thinking about pineapples on pizza.
Oh yeah, that was a cutesy one. But no, our first real that's like the cutesy surface level one. But our first like actual disagreement was on that, and it was because I needed a little more time, because like I mean the bottom line is like I have aspects of that from a prior relationship that were really difficult, and I wasn't ready to talk about it yet. We have since talked about it a lot. But
I had to learn to I've had to learn to not pressure you to talk about things when you don't want to talk about them.
because yeah, I just kind of made it clear that like I needed time.
Yeah, you needed time
to gear up to what I was getting
because
to.
I wanted to help you in that,
and I wasn't ready for that help.
Ready. Yeah.
So he tried to be helpful with something that she complains about and struggles with, and she was not receptive to it. Wow, what a shock.
And what I'm trying to say is like a conducive to like a healthy dynamic, and it's more so being the support because it's up to me. I have to fix it.
Exactly.
I'm the one that's fix it. Yeah. I'm the one that's responsible for that. I'm accountable for that.
Which that was kind of my mistake, is because I thought I knew better than she did, but that's not always the case.
So Zoe asked, "What is your insomnia?" I've worked really hard because I think by default, I would consider that myself as a yeller, but that's what therapy's for. So I don't yell. I cannot tell you the last time I screamed at a person. Many years. Like, that shit's disgusting to say that around other people. Like, actually go fuck yourself for that. If you say that or think that, or you put that as your YouTube title, and you do that to your subscribers, where you have hundreds of thousands of subscribers, like, go fuck yourself. Good God. OMG, I do not want to get on your bad side. You really don't. That was me toning it back. Guys, I don't want to clean my house anymore. Help me. Bethany, I believe in you. You know what? Taking the time to push through that, like, not wanting to do something feeling, and even just tell yourself to start. Pick, like, one thing. Like, unload the dishwasher or put one load in the washing machine. Focus on that, pick one thing, and then once you get up and do the one thing, it's so much easier to go into the next thing. The hardest part is just standing up and starting. Once you start, it is so much easier to keep going. I'll keep you company. I'll yap at you. You don't have to do it alone. I got you, bestie.
Not this queen telling other people how to get up and do things. Not this queen. No. Not this queen telling other people how they need to push through. No. Not this queen.
Try to be better about caffeine, yeah. It makes me anxious. How do you make friends when you can't trust anyone? Oof. Let's get serious about that for a minute. In 2024 and 2025, I experienced an epic amount of buddy trolling. It took me a while to kind of figure out certain things, certain rules. So outside of that, I already struggled with trusting people. I make a conscious choice because of like who I am online or on the internet that I am not going to let the fear of people making friends with me with ill intentions stop me from making friends. I use my discernment. I am careful. And now that I feel like I'm more aligned with myself, now that I feel like I'm more authentic in how I'm expressing myself, like this year versus the past couple of years, I would say, especially 2025, but even in 2024, like I was experiencing that stuff. And for a long time, I've struggled with trust. I've struggled with trusting people because I've gone through some horrendously horrific shit in this world. I really have. Like, those experiences are not fake like some like to claim. Like, I went through some horrendous shit in this life and have dealt with people pretending to be kind to me and me struggling and not understanding certain social situations and thinking people were my friends who really couldn't fucking stand me. So I want to preface by saying that. So to answer your question, the biggest thing is not how do you make friends, it's how do you let yourself be open to connection. That's the first question. And to answer that question for me, that is to open my heart, mind, and soul to allow myself to possibly be heard again Because anytime you make a new connection, that's always a risk. And you have to allow yourself to meet a new person and understand that they are not a representation of your trauma. They are not the people that hurt you. And you have to, again, use your discernment and give yourself the space to work on yourself first. Because why should you have to punish yourself with loneliness? Because other people hurt you. Why deny yourself access to good connections? Because other people broke your trust.
So I'm not going to speak to this too much. I don't hold it against her that people buddy trolled her, and that does fuck with your trust. I'm not going to pretend that it doesn't. Like, it's not so much that I have sympathy for her, but it's just like I think that she can speak with authority on that thing, and I allow that. You're welcome. But like, I also think that at 34, if you have had lots of friends in your life and have burned all of those bridges, and you have to keep starting over, and you have to start over with people that you're meeting on the internet, that's a real big issue. That's something you got to work on. It's and I'm not saying like if you're lonely, if you struggle to maintain relationships, if you are shy, if you are introverted, and it's very hard for you to meet people, like, I'm not saying that that's your fault, but if you're an extrovert and you've gone out and you've been close to lots of people in your life and you have burned all of those bridges, like, you can say, hey, it's all of their faults for all of these different reasons. Or you can kind of understand in yourself that maybe you are a reactive person, and that is an isolating thing. That isolates you. That's just something to consider.
Back in like October, I lost someone in my life who I thought was my best friend, who I thought I could trust with my whole heart, who I thought loved me in a real way. And realizing that person, the moment I was no longer under their dominion and their control in nature, like, yes, honey?
Is my phone over there?
Probably. Yes. Here you go, love. Realizing that I never truly knew that person's character because I was friends with them for so long, and they were able to turn around and be so malicious to me continuously to this day. And I nothing them now. I rarely think of them. I still get texts and updates about their obsession with me here and there.
So I'm not going to speak on this. I am not an authority on the relationship that she had with this person, but I kind of am aware that the fallout was kind of public. But I will mention that she is leaving out the part that she played in ending that friendship, and the ways that she had a person who was modding for her, who kept trying to tell her, like, hey, there are children in your chat and there are children giving you money. Like, let's work on this. Let's pause for a second. And she would just wanted to make money and was like blowing her friend off. And I think it was kind of like a final, and I'm not speaking for this person, but I feel like that was like a public sort of final straw. And if I'm misspeaking on it, let me know in the comments and I'll pin it. But she is not talking about her part in the end of this friendship, and it's really tough. It's really tough because if you're just hearing her side, you can have a lot of sympathy for her. But there's two sides to every story. Do you know what I mean? And so while it does suck to lose your closest friend, I think you have to take accountability for your part in that.
And I stayed silent for so long. And then the one time I said a couple things about my experience, to go and like publicly attack me and say things like the only reason I was upset I was demonetized is because I couldn't like binge eat anymore, and to say things about how I smell when you've never met me in person, diabolical. Give them the same treatment they give me, because that's what those people do. You know, the tail eating itself kind of a thing. If it is a boo, whatever. It's not my fault that people can't emotionally regulate themselves. I have moved on. Honestly.
Yes, queen. Show us what moving on looks like. Monologue about it for another hour.
I'm stumped. I've watched you watch your haters. You are so kind and encouraging to your subscribers. What's to hate? Going back to the bushes. Hello, Grouchy. I will say, I've been problematic in my past. I don't believe I've ever been truly hateful, malicious, like in that manner, in the sense of like, the ways in which like I've conducted myself outside of like, I think there was parts where I had malicious motivations, like of wanting to hurt someone back when I was talking about that stuff in 2023. But like outside of that, I tend to have good intentions, but even in those good intentions, I've definitely put my foot in my mouth. I've definitely done and said things that I particularly regret and wish I had conducted myself better. I am the kind of person where like, if you come at me disrespectfully, I will match energy. I will, like in the lives yesterday and even in today, like I can get spicy and it's like, but it's never to my supporters. It's not to people that like are expressing good intention towards me. It is to people that are expressing ill intent, you know? And I firmly believe that 90% of the shit with the reaction channels and Girl World and all of that is people twisting narratives. And it's fascinating, honestly, seeing how people can spin things and take things and just say words that are so abhorrently wrong and lies as fact and say it in front of thousands of people and all of them believe it to be true. Like,
so are these still screenshots that your friends are sending you? Are you still getting all of this information from your friends who are DMing you things? Is that how you have all this information?
It's actually scary. Like how what was it? Like when I commented on what was it, the Emily thing, like when I left the comment about rarity, right? Like how that turned into like I DM'd with Emily when that never happened.
So I think people joked maybe and hinted at you slipping into each other's DMs because she is a feed-eater, right? And you are super anti-feed-eaterism, right? You're so anti-feed-eaterism. But when someone was talking shit about Amber's cat, you sent your love and sympathy to her girlfriend for some reason. Make that make sense.
Or that like I was trying to do anything when I made a comment, like because when I operate outside of like accounts on Reddit in the past, because I don't even engage anymore, dude, because of how crazy people are. But you know, I just will lurk on certain parts of Reddit occasionally. But what was I saying? Like they'll take that and say it like it's fucking fact. There's no screenshotted evidence of anything other than me leaving a public comment because I'm not wanting to hide behind anonymous accounts about how I felt about the severity situation at that time. Because I used to be involved in that stuff. I used to. I keep saying that over and over again. But the thing about Girl World is the majority of them truly believe people never change because they themselves will never do the work. They'll never look at their shadow self and make friends with it. If you befriend your shadow self, then maybe you won't be such a piece of shit to other people. And they don't like that I'm kind of like a mirror to their own behavior because I call it out. I don't let it slide. I stand firm in my boundaries. I stand firm in who I am. They can stay mad. He has not helped me with editing yet. I'm kind of a control freak about my content in that way, to be completely honest with you. We'll get there though. I'd like him to watch me edit at some point first, and then I can kind of explain to him my thought process and how I do it. And then understand learn more about what his skills are and like give him, like I probably make some video with the expectation of like, that's the video I'm going to hand to him and just say, edit this and let me watch it. Let's see what I think and like do his own thing. Cause he's so creative. He's so talented. He's so capable. He's so smart. He's so just awesome that I feel like if I explained what I like and don't like, and I just gave him the raw footage, I wouldn't want to even be around because I'm the kind of person that would be like backseat editing. And I just want to see what he would do. And I also kind of feel like I want him to be more comfortable in the content sphere first. as well.
Wow, he really is going to be taking over a lot of responsibility. The feeding and caring of one Quirky Love Rosie really involves a multifaceted skill set.
Oh yeah, he was like, yeah, by the way, like you can totally drive my car, and I was like, yeah, and I was like, oh cool. So if that's something that I've never tried to sit behind the steering wheel, and with it being a convertible, I just don't know, at least with my current size. But we'll see what happens in the future. Us girls love to talk, yeah. Plus girls are more chatty because we get dopamine from chit chat and gab sessions. Pain, it affects the good things in my life, guys. And it sucks. It's not some convenient excuse to not do things. I get excited when I have the energy to cook or clean my kitchen. And as much as I may not want to clean because cleaning sucks, I'm excited to have the energy to do it. Hi, baby. I went from that to like early childhood development. Essentially, like I wanted to go to that for a degree and like work with kids in some capacity. I wasn't sure exactly what way, because I when I realized I didn't want to be a teacher, that was kind of the direction I started to go in. And then within a year of thinking about that, I was like, I kind of came to grips with the reality of the size I was at, and I felt like I came to the realization that it just wasn't what was best for working with young children, like to not have the amount of stamina that I was missing at that time. Because I worked for Zaxby's for 3 months as a job before I ever worked for Apple. I always say like my first big girl job was Apple. I did work briefly seasonally at Target and Zaxby's. So I've worked in retail and fast food. And I was like 19 when I worked at Zaxby's. And I could not handle it. My body couldn't handle it. And even though my body couldn't handle it, I was a lot younger. So I had a lot more stamina. I didn't really have the chronic pain stuff that I have today at that age. I had pain. It was nothing like this.
The question was, what is Remy studying?
And it was more because I had been overweight throughout my whole childhood, right? And so I was going to keep that job. And then I was going to see if I could try to make a second job work. But then the manager at Zaxby's, I was kind of like, yeah, no, like you can just basically go. And I think it was because I was struggling physically. And I was like, you know, fair. And so it was really difficult. I was like, I was limited. And yeah, so. And that's when I came to the realization, like at the size that because I was at 19, I was 500 pounds like I am now. I've been 500 pounds that long.
Having a good time.
Yeah. Excuse me.
Good.
To my knowledge, dream catchers are not a closed practice. I'm not an expert, but to my knowledge, they are not. Excuse me. We really do need to figure out what the hell we're doing tomorrow.
Yeah.
Do you want like an off day?
Yes.
Okay, then you're just gonna take a day off tomorrow.
Cool.
We're gonna.
Sounds good.
Yeah.
Yeah, let the man vibe. Let the man rest. Let the man not have to like read chat and deal with your performance. I do not understand. She's going live so much with him there. She's going live with him so much. It almost feels like she's pulling in us as a third wheel because things are awkward. I'm not saying that that's what's true, but it's also just like, I don't know, turn off the camera, go for a walk, get in the pool, spend time with your loved one, like go see a movie. Like you have, he can drive you places, like go. I mean, I know it's hot outside, but you can go somewhere that's indoor. Like I just don't, but whatever. She wants to cook. She wants to cook and she wants to eat and she wants to be at home. So good. I mean, whatever. Good on you. God bless. This is really long. I got to get out of here. Thank you so much to everybody who has liked and subscribed and all of my members. I really appreciate all of the help and kindness and support y'all have given me. Please let me know what you think in the comments. Please take care of yourselves. Bye.